Hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and thank you so much for joining me today, whatever day it is. I hope that you had such a great time doing things just for today. That was last week's episode. Doing things just for today to help make your goals feel more manageable and to help you not get overwhelmed. So if you didn't check that out, go check it out. It's called Just for Today. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that episode. Okay, today I wanted to talk about seeking good because it's so cool how our brain works, that we see more of what we're looking for. For example, let's say you bought a red car, then all of a sudden on the road, you're going to keep noticing a million red cars that you didn't even notice before because your brain was like, oh my gosh, that matches our car. Our brains are so cool and so interesting, and seeking the good is going to help us move towards our dream life and trusting our worth, because nobody needs negativity. We want to be surrounded by positivity. So let's talk about it today on the podcast. Okay, so this was kind of inspired by an episode of Soul Boom. I just saw a clip of this. I will post it. But this woman was talking about our imaginations. And every time I hear the word imagination, I think of SpongeBob. Imagination. Sorry, let me get back to the point. This woman talked about how we imagine the worst case scenarios that can happen to us. Worst case, I lose my home, I lose my job, I lose my family, my life is over, I can't do anything about it. And then she said, why not spending the equal amount of time imagining your dream life that you spend imagining the worst case scenario? Let's imagine the best case scenario, because you are so creative, you're so imaginative, all of us are. And we can really tap into the power of creation and imagination when we think about our best lives. Like, why not think about things? Why not dream and imagine what our life would be like if we didn't have to worry about money, or if we actually were living our dream life? Like, if we're waking up, we're doing the exact thing that we wanted to do, and we just happen to get paid for it, and we're so happy. So for me, my dream life, I'd be staying by a beach somewhere. I would wake up, have an amazing breakfast, go for a swim in the ocean, have my daily walk because walks are amazing. And then I set up my little podcast setup, which I've made incredibly mobile. I'm super excited. I have a tiny camera. I have a handheld mic recorder, so I really can take this podcast wherever I want. I can record wherever I want. I probably am going to start recording outside soon because it's nice. It's not today. It's a little rainy today, but the weather's great. But in my dream life scenario, I'm on a beach. So of course it's freaking sunny and amazing. So I record my podcast. I do my work for about 3 hours, edit it, put it out. I deal with all my business emails. And then after 3, I'm just partying. I'm just living my life. I'm exploring whatever country I happen to be in. Let's say it's Greece. I've never been there. But let's say I'd go on a donkey ride up through those amazing little villas. Let's say I take a little scooter ride and go see all the movie sites from Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Like, that sounds like my dream life. That was so fun for me to imagine. So why not take the time to imagine your dream life? The day-to-day of what that looks like, especially when you're trying to create that dream life, you need to know the minute details of your day. But essentially, I want you to seek the good. I want you to imagine amazing good things happen to you, because that's how it happens when we put out the positive energy. It can only ever come back to us, and most times in ways we don't expect. So if you are struggling with your worst case scenarios, you're imagining the absolute worst that can happen, I implore you to also imagine the most amazing things that could happen to you, and then try to stop imagining the worst case scenarios. And let's say you get stuck on the anxiety of worrying about things that are awful that are happening to you. Well, I want you to remember your worth, and I want you to remember that you have had all of the tools to get through everything hard you've ever been through. So everything that has tried to bombard you with sadness, or that has been really heavy and so hard to get through, you have figured out how to get through it. And you always will, because you have a perfect track record on overcoming, because you're still here. That's all you need to know, that you are strong and capable, and you can trust your worth enough to know that you can also trust yourself to get things done if you want to. So I have a couple more thoughts on seeking good. Embarrassment. Okay. I've been embarrassed to share my voice sometimes. I have been embarrassed to sing, even though I love singing, and it's still a goal of mine to put out an album. I am currently working on it, as you've heard here. I'm always working on my album, but like these past couple of weeks, I've really been feeling like the itch to want to stretch that creative muscle to really work on the album. So I've been actually practicing and playing guitar and writing songs again, and it's bringing me so much joy. And every time I think about like, oh, I'm embarrassed to share, like, you know, there are so many people who will probably not like it and probably not think that I'm good at singing or music or whatever. But also at the same time, there are so many people who will love it. And also at the same time, I was never doing it for those people. I was doing it for me and my creativeness. And because I'm trying to seek the good, I'm trying to create my art, because we all need each other's art. We need what you came into this world with. We need you to share it with us. And so I am so excited to go on this journey of really trying to create music again and enjoy the process and its highs and its lows, and not be embarrassed, because there is no need for me to be embarrassed. Why? Because I know I wasn't doing it for people to like it or not. I just needed to do it because I need it out of me. I need this album out of me. It's been sitting in me for too long, and I need it out in the world. I need it out. I need it gone so I can have peace and stop thinking about it and just do it. So if you're ever embarrassed or you're afraid to put yourself out there, to just like start saying what you want to say, don't. Yes, some people will hate it, but you don't need them anyways. And so many more people will probably love it and appreciate that you did it, that you spoke up, that you shared your truth, that you shared your art. They'll be so grateful. And those are the people, again, positive energy. Those are the people you want in your life who love what you're doing. Another thing about this is, please never, ever stop talking passionately about all the things you really love, because that's how we seek the good. Because I've been reading this book. It's the Red Rising series, and I'm on like, what am I on, book 6 or 5 or 6? I can't remember. But there's this line in there that happens all the time, that they keep repeating, and it says, death begets death begets death. And I just think how that's so true. If you've watched The Last of Us anytime soon, it's just like, when does the death stop? So why not have good beget good beget good? There's also a whole nother movie about it called Pay It Forward, if you've ever seen that movie. But how good begot good, and good, that as you share good, it will always come back to you. And most times it's always magnified. And what I mean also by never stop talking passionately about all the things you really love is that people can tell when you're so happy and excited to talk about things. I could talk to you forever about Wicked and how much I love it. As you know, I did a full episode on it. I could also talk to you about Funko Pops and why I just find collecting them so fun, and why I only collect little ones now because I've always wanted the littlest ones. They just bring me so much joy. And joy and goodness, it's contagious. Like negativity also spreads, but good also spreads. It's contagious. Have you ever seen that video of the people on the subway where they're just one person starts laughing and then another and then another and another? Laughter begets laughter. I love laughing. It's contagious. Like you can't not see somebody happy and not smile. So please, if somebody makes fun of you for liking something, like F that person. You don't need them in your life. Like love what you love and be so passionate about it and share that passion, and you're going to find people who also share that passion, and you can geek out about it together. And like I said, you are going to find your tribe, and you are going to find like-minded people who love the things that you love too, and you can have opinions on. It's so fun to discuss things that you love. So if you're ever feeling down, or if you need a little pick me up, just share something that you love with somebody else. It's so cool how when we start seeking the good, our brain is automatically going to start seeking the good. We can retrain our brain to see the good. It can change our attitude and it can change our day. I think of the movie About Time. I'm going to prescribe this movie to you along with Pay It Forward yeah, to watch it. But in About Time, I love that movie because it makes little everyday moments just magical, majestical, and important. Because, why am I getting I shouldn't be. I'm getting emotional about this because you live your life one moment at a time, but some of the tiniest moments can mean so, so much. I think of the little acts of service that my friends and family have done for me to let me know that I'm loved and to remind me how important I am, because we all need that. We all need people to remind us. I'm just so grateful for the good in my life. Like when I start to seek out and ponder upon the good that has happened to me in my life and how the good has begot good, all I see is love. All I see is kindness. All I see is positivity. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that I've been able to recognize it in my life. And that doesn't mean life isn't hard. And it doesn't mean that life isn't fair, because life sucks sometimes. It's awful. But at the same time, I can see the people who have stepped up for me. I can see the times that people were there for me just because they love me. I can see how things worked out at the exact right times when I thought something that was devastating to me at the time turned out to be the best thing that happened to me. I hope that you start to seek the good and recognize how there is good all around you. And it's almost like it's just waiting for you to call it to come to you. And I'm so excited for your brain to collect goodness and to start to recognize it. So, how else can we seek the good? Well, it really just comes down to this. This is the secret. Just do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. And don't let anyone else stop you or tell you that you cannot have that joy. And know that you deserve to be happy. Trust that. And know that you're enough. So I hope that you seek the good, and I hope that your brain starts to recognize all of the good things that are happening every day. And I hope that you have such a great week. Okay, so your worth work this week is to do one thing that makes you happy. Do it for you. I know something that I'm doing today that's going to make me happy. I get to go see Daddy Pascal in The Materialist. I'll check in and let you know if it's great. So that's my thing that I'm doing that makes me happy. And I also get to spend time with a great friend while I do it. So, yeah, do one thing this week that makes you happy. And also, I want you to write down one thing to you that happened that was good this week. So it's a double. It's a double worth work, okay? You got to do one thing that makes you happy, and you got to recognize one good thing that happened to you this week. Write it down, or just have a moment and ponder and reflect on the good that happened to you and see how good begat good begat good. Okay, I love you so much. Thanks for listening. If you want to tell me all the good things that are happening to you, you can find me at trustyourworth.com or on Instagram at trustyourworthpodcast. If no one has told you today, you are a good machine. You create good all around you. People come to you because you're good, and people love you because you're good, and people are so thankful to know you because of your goodness. And don't forget, trust your worth. Okay, thanks so much for listening. Love you. Bye.